everyone. Imagine you are residing in a foreign country without worrying about Indian administrative authorities, and suddenly you get a tax notice from Indian Income Tax Department. Can this really happen? Yes. It's happening to many NRIs this year, and it's causing a lot of stress and confusion too. Why is it happening? Let me tell you, IT department can send notice even to NRIs for many reasons. In this video, I'm going to explain 8 reasons why NRIs get income tax notice and how to address them, step by step. If you're new to this channel, I'm CS Keerthina. I have also completed CIMA from UK and I'm a SEBI registered overseas MFT. I live in Dubai and run The Consultancy, a firm which is specialized in NRI tax and investing services. While serving our clients, I have observed that clients really go to panic mode when they receive IT notices. Because they are clueless, why is it happening? There are many reasons. So let's start with reason number 1. Failure to declare rental income. One of the most common reasons why NRIs are receiving IT notice is a failure to report rental income from the properties in India. Many NRIs have portfolio of residential and commercial properties in India that's generating rental income, which is actually taxable under Income Tax Act. This income must be declared in ITR when it exceeds basic exemption limit, that is 2.5 lakhs. Here, some NRIs mistakenly assume that they are residing in abroad, so there is no need to file ITR. And they believe that TDS, which is filed by the tenant, it's taking care of everything, the obligations that they have. And IT department can deduct such thing and gather the data from the TDS filing and start issuing the notice for not complying with the rule. Rule number 2, undeclared interest income. I've observed some of the NRIs still are maintaining resident saving accounts even when they're not allowed legally as per FEMA rules, and they end up keeping huge amount in it. Some maintain FDs, particularly in NRO also, when they have NRE account. So the interest which is earned on this account is fully taxable in India, and NRIs fail to declare in their ITR. So if the TDS is deducted by bank, then filing ITR is must when it is exceeding exemption limit, and the department receives all the data from the banks and the financial institutions and start questioning this discrepancy. Let's go to reason number 3, income from property or asset sales. See, capital gains when you are making sale of properties, shares or any assets that is located in India, they are taxable even for NRIs. For example, if you're selling as an NRI property, the buyer is required to deduct the TDS, typically 20% for long term or 30% for short term capital gain, and he has to deposit with the government. Some NRIs assume that TDS payment itself has fulfilled all the obligations and they do not file ITR. Failing to report this and incorrect reporting may trigger a notice, especially if the IT department suspects underreported gain or missed filing. And many of NRIs, they have no clue about it. Not just this, NRIs may also get notice for their high value transaction, that is our reason number 4. If an NRI is engaging in any kind of high value transaction, it may be property purchase, it may be stock investment or mutual fund transactions or any kind of even large deposits, maybe it is your NRE or even your FCNR or a foreign currency non-resident account. I know that they are tax exempt, but still when you are making some transactions and it is high value, maybe the income is still residing in foreign source, it's better to keep the data by filing the ITR. You are disclosing the source of income, right? Remember, IT authorities have access to the sophisticated data analytics tools that they track, and it's very easy to find out what is the legal source of that, right? So when NRIs are reporting, it's easy, and if you fail to report, then department may issue the notice asking where is the source. So it's always better to maintain that record. Now, let's straightly move to reason number 5. See, non-filing of ITR or income tax return despite taxable income. Just because you are an NRI, you shouldn't be thinking that you don't have to file tax return at all in India. If you are an NRI and if your taxable income is exceeding 2.5 lakhs, even if taxes have been deducted at source, you need to file ITR in India. Many NRIs overlook this requirement and they keep on assuming that TDS or their non-resident status is exempting them from the tax filing obligation. And the tax department in India, they are very vigilant and they start serving you the notice, urging NRIs to file the tax return or explaining why they have not done it. Now, Let's go to reason number 6. Misuse of DTAA or double taxation avoidance agreements. India has signed this DTAA, double taxation avoidance agreements, with numerous countries to prevent double taxation of the income. NRIs can claim tax relief under these agreements, but see, the DTA between US, UK, Canada, and other Western countries are really complicated. And many of the NRIs or even their professionals who are assisting them, they file it incorrectly and they don't provide the required documentation such as TRC or tax residency certificate, etc. So that when the tax department is identifying these discrepancies, it may start issuing the notice, reassessing the tax liability. Let's understand very important reason number 7. Reassessment notices under section 148. This is little complicated, but I'm going to keep it very easy for you. See, IT department in India has great authority. Imagine you are intentionally hiding your income or transactions that you have done in the past. Don't think that income tax department is not noticing. But after 2 years, you can end up getting the notice for reassessment under section 148 of IT Act. Department can reopen the past assessment even if it believes that income has escaped the taxation. I have seen many examples where NRIs are getting tax notice for their income which they probably had got 6-7 years before. So this unreported income, investments, transactions, not just that, the reassessment notice also is very much possible within 9 months of the assessment year. Many NRIs, they have no clue about it, especially even reassessment notices. So this is catching NRIs off guard, especially if you haven't maintained the records or done incorrect filing. So please be careful about it. Now let's discuss the last but not the least, that is 8th reason, mismatch in residential status. As an NRI, he has a tax liability which depends on residential status, which is actually subject to a lot of conditions. Some of NRIs inadvertently misclassify the status as resident or they fail to update after returning to India. I have made a detailed video on how to decide NRI status. You can watch it over here. Now, because of this, IT department may start sending the notice to clarify what is the residential status and how to assess the income, especially if there is a high value transaction which is happening in India. If you get tax notices, please don't panic. Now let's see what you should be doing. Follow a structured approach to resolve the matter. The first step is understand its purpose. Find out why as an NRI you are receiving this notice. Is it for reassessment? Is it for non-filing or classification of reassessment of income, high value transactions? What is the source? What is the explanation sought? Or is it regarding your residential status? Now keep the documentation ready. Supporting documents may include your passport copies, documenting the time spent in India in case of residential status, or all the property related documents or DTAA interpretations, certificates which are necessary to prove certain things. If you are not familiar, many times it involves a lot of cross-border transaction. Seek professional help. If you want any help from our side, you can reach out to us through this WhatsApp number or by mailing info@keerthisfinfo.com. There is no need to panic. It's just the structured approach while answering the notice can solve everything. Before I say goodbye, I just want one more request. See, don't ever ignore the IT notices. It may lead to penalties, accumulate interest charges, even potential unnecessary legal complications later. If you are outside India, it could actually lead to a lot of unnecessary headache. So, never ignore, take an appropriate action. That's it for today. See you with another interesting video next week. Till then, bye-bye.